G'day friends, and welcome to our Stamp and Create Facebook Live. I've decided to do this again only because I couldn't download the original video for some reason. So I thought I'd just redo it and see how we go this time round. Okay, so what we're going to do, as we mentioned before, or last week or the week before, we're going to do a series on casing the catalogue. I know I use my catalogues a lot for inspiration, but I know there are some of us out there that aren't too sure on how to do it or what we do. So today we're going to case a card from the mini catalogue, the current one, and the card we're going to case is on page 71, and it's this cute little one here. Okay, so this is the Christmas Scotty. Now, I don't have it, but I will say all the cards I've seen with it, I really, really like. So this is what we're going to do this one. Okie dokie. And as usual, I do have another sample to show you, so I'll show you that at the end. But we're going to go and get on with our card for today. Now, it is a simple one, but that can be a good thing. Okay, so what we're going to be playing with is pumpkin pie and Starry Sky. The one I did previously was Night and Navy, but let's play with Starry Sky and see how it goes. Okay, just bear with me. I'm just going to get a few things that I had forgotten. I think I had forgotten, but obviously not. Yeah, just bear with me. I'm just getting a few. Okay, and we want dimensions. Okay. All right, so this is what we're going to be doing, this card. So the stamps we're going to be playing with is Hello Ladybug. Now, I did say in our supplies that you needed inspired thoughts, but I've changed it out because I want to make it into a birthday card. Very best occasions, and we're going to use this happy birthday. Okay, I'll just get a block and I'll put that on the block now before while I've got it here. Okay, so just bear with me while I do this. Okie dokie. So our cardstock is Starry Sky, which is the new in colour. Basic white, Parakeet Party, a piece of Parakeet Party DSP, which is from the 2022-24 in colour 6x6 pack, and a scrap of Starry Sky, and we want a scrap of basic white as well. Okay, so that's what we're going to be using. Now, also, I have already pre-done some die cutting for our background. So instead of stamping it, our background, I'm actually going to be using I think it's dots and, oh, isn't that terrible? It's gone. Dots and, just bear with me. Dots and spots die. Now, I will pre-warn you and say that when you cut this out, you will end up with a lot of little circles die cut out. So if you don't want to use them, just stitch them. But you could use them for embellishment, colour them in if you wanted to, put some wink over the top of it, or you could save them and use them in shaker cards, okay? So I've already done that. So that's our card already done. So what we're going to do is put this piece onto here, okay, just like that. So we'll put some glue, which I forgot to get. I'll put some adhesive on the back. Now, as I discovered, it's very, very easy. All we're going to do is just put a few lines down the middle, just like that. How easy is that? And just on the corners there so that it sticks. I'm probably late to the party and realising that, but better late than never. And I'm just going to put this on the front of our card, just like that. Okay, making sure it's just nice and straight and even. Whoops. That looks pretty good to me. Then we're going to bring in a piece of DSP and we're going to stick this to the bottom like that. Now, what I thought we might do, instead of doing that, I thought we might just pop it up a little bit, eh? But before we do that, I'm actually going to do something else to give it a little bit of support. I don't know whether anyone else does this or you do it, but if I'm playing with DSP, especially shapes, and I want to pop it up, I will pop it onto a piece of cardstock. Okay, just like that. Then we're going to bring in our trimmer. And I'm just going to chop this off. Oops. Just like that. It just gives it, especially a big piece, it just gives it a little bit of support. And then what we're going to do, I'm just rearranging these because I don't think we need as many as what I was going to do. Okay, just like that. And then what we'll do now is bring in our layer. Oops. Making sure it's nice and straight, which is one of the reasons why I like our grid paper. And we're just going to pop it like that. I quite like that. It gives it a little bit more depth. So that's our card. Okay, basically done. And then I've added an extra layer. So what we're going to do now is bring in our base card of Starry Sky. It's a bit of a dent there, but you're not going to see that. I always bring my edges together, and then I come back with my bone folder and I score down the middle. That way you know it's nice and straight along the edges. Okay, then we're going to stick this down. So we're bringing our glue again. Now don't forget the seasonal sales on at the moment, from now until, or from yesterday until Friday. Lots of bargains, lots of good product too. So it's only from the season, from the annual catalogue too. So that's on our base card now. Okay. So while we're doing our base card, we'll bring in a piece of basic white, and I'm just using scraps of paper that I've chopped, and we're just going to put this down there like that. And I'm just going to chop off, just bear with me, the bottom, the edge of the DSP. Put some more glue on the back. That way, if you do it now, your card's finished or completed. And we're just going to pop this in there like that. Okay, so that's our card all nicely done. Okie dokie. So that's basically our card. Then what we're going to do, as I said, I don't have this little cute little Scotty dog. So we're going to use the Hello Ladybug, and we're going to bring in our scrap cardstock, and I'm going to stamp the body in Starry Sky. I'm only pressing very, very lightly because mine is actually very juicy, and I'm going to stamp it upside down. You'll see why in a minute. Oh, nice. I don't worry about things like that. Okay. Then we're going to bring in our wings, and we're going to stamp our wings, oops, hard, in, what did I say, pumpkin pie. I want a lot of ink on there. Nice. Close that up and put it out of the way. Put the stamp out of the way. And then we're going to punch this out with our Ladybug Builder Punch. Okay. So we're going to do this first. Matching it all in so that it's all, well, as even as we can around it. I'm not doing this too well. God, what am I doing? Just like that. Okay. Then we're going to come in again. Whoops. And we're going to punch our wings. I'm just trying to get it nice and even, or as even as I can around it. And that is our wings. Okay. Push all that out of the way. Oh, I didn't do that too well, did I? How did that happen? Well, that was a big failure. So let's do that again. I don't know what I did there. I must have moved it. So let's grab some cardstock again. And let's see if we can do it properly this time. So we'll just ink this up again. Just like that. And let's see how we go this time. I don't know what I did last time. But that's okay. We can always start again. That's better. Okay. Then what we're going to do is stick this down. So what I'm actually going to do, put a little bit of glue there on one side. We're going to put a dimensional that side. I'll just bring this down so that I can see it. And we're going to stick this wing up the left side, okay? So that's it there. Then what we're going to do is put one here, a dimensional, and we're going to put two here. Now, I'm using two because his little head is going to pop up above the popped up DSP, okay, the raised DSP. So I want the head to be higher than this. And then all we're going to do is put him there like that. Okay? So that is now, his head is now nice and even. Okie dokie. So that's our little ladybug. Then we're going to grab some basic white, scrap of basic white, and our happy birthday, and we're going to stamp it in, Starry Sky. Now, I know this image is very crooked, so I've just got to make sure. Well, it's probably not crooked, it's probably just the way I'm doing it. That's better. Now, I'm just probably take this out of sight for the moment. Oh, that's pretty straight. I'm happy with that. Okay, so that's done in Starry Sky. Then what we're going to do, now they've cut that on a slant, so we're going to chop ours on a slant, like that. And I'm going to leave a little bit down the left side so that it's nice and straight. Yep. And then we're going to bring in a piece of, because I don't want white on white, I'm going to bring in a scrap piece of Starry Sky. Okay, and I'm going to stick this to that scrap piece. I just want to make sure, yeah, I just want to make sure that that was wide enough instead of going long ways. And we're just going to leave a nice little border around it. And then what we're going to do just trim up 2 sides instead of 4 sides. Just like that. Magic. Okay, then we're going to bring in our dimensionals again. And we're going to just pop 2 on the back. Put that up there. And we're just going to pop that probably about there so that it's nice and straight. That looks straight to me. And then I'll press down just gently. Okay, so that's nearly basically, our card done. But I'm going to finish it off with a couple of solid faceted gems. They've done a couple of little bling around the card. So we'll just do the same thing. But I'm just going to grab a couple and to take that, so that it doesn't look like it's all blank, we're just going to add 3 down the side. Just like that. And I think that is all our card needs. We won't randomly do it around the card. We'll just leave it like that. And that's our inside. Oh, hold on. We got a hand envelope. You can't forget your envelope. Now, I've only used this from leftover paper. So it won't be as long as the envelope. But that's okay, we can get away with that. All I'm going to do is little border, top and bottom. Bring it down a little bit. And then press down. And that is our card and envelope. So that is the original. That is the one we've just finished. And of course, I've got another sample to show you. So that's the one I played with yesterday. Okay, so this is thick basic white and it actually opens tent style. So that's thick basic white, petal pink, basic white. The starfish has been stamped in crumb cake. It was stamped onto a piece of petal pink and popped up. The DSP is from the Texture Chic paper pack. The shell has been stamped. You can either die cut it out with the seashells. I get the mixed up set of dies, or fussy cut it. In this case, I actually fussy cut it. And then I embossed it with the seashells 3D embossing folder, then popped it up. And then I finished it off with a couple of brushed metallic dots. Okay, so they're our 2 cards. Now I will show you the other card that I did originally when the light didn't work properly. Okay, so this is it here. This has been done in Night and Navy, but everything else is the same. And the only difference is, besides the Night and Navy, I haven't popped this piece of DSP up, but it's been popped up on this card, and I quite like it popped up, but you be the judge. Okay? So they're our cards for today. Now, don't forget about the seasonal sale. It's going until Friday, so it's the perfect time to get some of those items off your wish list. But as I said, it's only from the annual catalogue and only until Friday. Okay, thank you so much for joining me, and I'll have all the links down below. Thanks for joining me. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you next time. See ya. Hooray.